All right, welcome back to the Vicon, the Villar Group Convention, the first and the biggest virtual property expo in the Philippines. All right, now here to discuss with our bank partners for financial options for your home purchases, we would like to first welcome our first bank partner, AllBank, with its president, Mr. Jesus Vicente Garcia. All right, Mr. Garcia, are you with us? All right, while we are waiting for Mr. Garcia to join us this afternoon. All right, he's here. All right, good afternoon once again. The president of All Bank joining us this afternoon is Mr. Jesus Vicente Garcia. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon. I am Big Garcia from AllBank. I am here to present to you today our housing loan product and of course some of our digital banking products and services. And I understand I am given limited time to finish my presentation, so I will be going a little faster. So let us go to the first slide, please. Hello.
All right, just one moment, Sir Vicente, as we prepare your slides for presentation.
Thank you.
Once again, we are here today this afternoon to meet with our banking partners so you can discuss financing options for your future purchases should you decide to invest in properties today here at the Vicon. First up is our All Bank, presented to us by its president, none other than Mr. Jesus Vicente Garcia. All right, Sir Vicente, while we are waiting for your presentation, can you tell us more a little bit about All Bank and where are you currently located? How many branches do you have nationwide?
Well, of course, our head office is located here in Mandaluyong City at the corner of EDSA. Right now, we have 17 branches strategically located in Luzon. We have 2 branches in the north, 3 branches in Bulacan, 4 branches in Metro Manila, 7 branches in Cavite, and 1 branch in Laguna.
All right, sir, I think your presentation is ready. Take it away.
Okay. This afternoon, I would want to take the opportunity in the Vicon to present to you or to inform you that AllBank actually is offering real estate housing loan to qualified borrowers for purposes of house and lot acquisition, condominium unit acquisition, lot acquisition, house construction, home improvement, and home renovation. Next slide, please. When we grant housing loans to qualified borrowers, we are actually taking into considerations 5 important requisites. Number 1 is the borrower's ability to pay. Of course, the borrower should have an stable and sustainability capacity to pay for him to be able to pay off the loan. And number 2 is the employment. The borrower has to have a stable and sustainable employment, and the loan tenor, which is a maximum of 20 years. And of course, the equity of the borrower, which is more or less 10 to 20% of the total contract price. and the marketability of the collateral, which is the collateral should have been developed at least by an accredited and reputable developer. Next, please. The maximum loanable amount is actually up to 90% of the total contract price, and the term should not be more than 20 years. The age of the borrower should not be more than 65 upon the maturity of the loan, and the interest rate is fixed for 1 year, 3 years, or 5 years. Next, please. Can I have the next slide, please? Yeah, as I mentioned a while ago, the maximum loanable amount is up to 90% of the total contract price. The term is up to 20 years. The age of the borrower should not be more than 65 years old upon maturity of the loan, and the interest rate is fixed. We are actually offering fixed rate for 1 year, 3 years, or 5 years. Yeah. Next. Can I have the next slide, please? Yes, for 1 to 3 years, the fixed rate is actually 5.88%, and we are offering 6.75% fixed for 4 to 5 years. Well, the question is the interest rate negotiable? Of course, it is negotiable. We can talk about it on a case-to-case basis, or in some meritorious cases, we can actually offer even lower than 5.88%. Fixed for 1 to 3 years, and lower than 6.75% fixed for 4 to 5 years. Of course, the borrower should have no record or adverse findings insofar as multiple canceled credit cards are concerned and past due loans with other banks. The monthly amortization should not be more than 35% of the gross monthly income of the borrower. Next, please. Our housing loan that we are offering to qualified borrowers is available both for locally employed and overseas Filipino worker. For locally employed, the major requirements are actually the certificate of employment and compensation, a recent copy of the income tax return, and at least 3 copies of the updated monthly pay slips. For overseas Filipino workers, the contract of employment is necessary so that we may validate, or so that we may know that there is really a contract existing between the employer abroad and the borrower. Of course, a certificate of employment and compensation is also necessary to gauge more or less the capacity to pay of the borrower. The unupdated 3 months pay slip is also a requirement. This is one of the requirements of the regulatory bodies. Now, for seafarers, we are also extending housing loan to seafarers. We actually need their POEA contract of employment, and 3 months, at least 3 months allotment slips that is actually being given to their relatives here in the Philippines, who will handle the funding or the payment of the housing loan. Next, please. Our housing loan is also available and for qualified self-employed individuals, and the major requirements are the number 1, the ITR with audited financial statements for the last 2 years, the DTI registration of the company, the business permit or the mayor's permit, and at least a picture of the business establishment, and a bank statement for the last 6 months Of course, we are presuming that the client is maintaining an account with other banks or probably with AllBank. The other requirements are the oath of allegiance for those with dual citizenship. For single individual, we also require the CNMR or the certificate of no marriage. And for married individual, we are requiring a copy of the marriage contract with marital consent, and of course the AllBank's application for housing loan. There are actually 3 stages in the application and processing of the housing loan, in the approval of the housing loan that we are granting to qualified borrowers. The first, which are the processing, the loan releasing, and the collection. For the processing, of course, the applicant or the candidate or the borrower should submit the loan requirements that will be given by the bank, by AllBank initially. And upon submission to the bank, there will be credit evaluation, and there goes the loan packaging. And once the credit evaluation and the loan packaging is okay, and if the borrower is proven to be qualified for a housing loan, then the bank will send a notice of approval to the qualified borrower, informing him or her that his or her loan application is approved. So that is the time for the loan releasing. The first step would be for the borrower or for the candidate to submit to the bank the loan requirements, and the borrower should also go to the bank personally to sign the loan documents. After the loan documents are signed, then the loan proceeds would be credited to the account of the developer. And insofar as collection is concerned, there are 2 ways for which the loan may be paid. It can be paid by issuance of post-dated checks by the borrower, or the borrower may opt to open an account with AllBank, and we can do automatic debit every time the amortization becomes due. Our accredited developers, some of our accredited developers are, of course, the Vista Land, the Brittany, Crown Asia, Camellia, Vista Residences, Camellia Manors, Via, and Lumina. At this point, I would want to take this opportunity to give you an idea or to inform you of the new digital banking products and services of the bank that may help you in your banking needs. Of course, the first and foremost is the corporate internet banking. It is already available, and we are already offering it. By the use of your laptop, you can actually have access. You can actually access your account. You can verify your balances. You can view your statement of accounts. You can do balance inquiry. You can request for checkbooks any time of the day, any place, anywhere, 24/7, even at the wee hours of the morning. The next is our mobile banking application. By the use of your cell phone, you can actually access your account. You can access your balances. You can do fund transfer from one account to another. You can do fund transfer from your AllBank account to your other accounts maintained with other banks, 24/7, also at the comfort of your homes and your offices, 24/7, anytime, any place, anywhere. And I am proud to say at this point in time that AllBank is the first bank in the Philippines to become compliant to the requirement of the QRPA's person to merchant. In fact, when this was launched by the BSP, by no less than the BSP Governor, Jokno, AllBank is one of the first 5 banks. AllBank is one of the first 5 banks that were included in the launching. This is actually an initiative of the Philippine Payment Management Incorporated in coordination with the BSP and BancNet, where cashless transaction is encouraged, and the payment of purchases and services by using cash or via cash is actually already discouraged. This is actually being done by the client opening an account with AllBank, and as soon as the account is opened, we will install a QRPH code or the person to merchant code to the offices or to the sales offices of the merchant, and then the buyer or the payer, or as long as his account in any bank, maintained in any bank, is enrolled in the mobile banking application of that bank may do his purchases, may do the payment of his purchases or the payment of the services he has incurred by just scanning the QR code of the merchant installed by AllBank in the service offices or sales offices of the merchant, and the account of the purchaser is debited, while the account of the merchant maintained at AllBank will be credited simultaneously in a matter of just 2 seconds. We also have the POS cash out. This is actually similar to ATM withdrawal only by the use of NAD or non-ATM devices. So you do not have to queue if there are so many people queuing in the ATM machine. You can just go to our accredited merchants where you can present your ATM card, swipe it, and then as soon as you swipe it, the merchant will pay you the amount of withdrawal that you wish to withdraw, and his account will be debited and the account of the merchant is credited. And this is one of the newest digital banking product of AllBank, the electronic KYC. Anywhere you are, 24/7, you can open an account with AllBank without going physically to AllBank or to the branch of AllBank. All you have to do is just use your mobile phone, access the mobile banking application of AllBank on Google Play, and there will be requirements that you will see in the screen. Just follow it, and you will be able to open an account with AllBank anytime, any place, anywhere, 24/7, anywhere you are in the Philippines. Even if you are in Mindanao, in Visayas, in Cebu, or in Iloilo, you can open an account with AllBank via our eKYC, the electronic KYC. That is why opening of branches right now, opening of bricks and mortar branches is no longer necessary, because opening of account does not need your physical presence in the bank or your physical presence in AllBank branch. You can open an account, checking account, current account, savings account, time deposit by just using your mobile phone. We also have gotten already our EMI issuer license from the BSP, so we can already issue cash cards. We call our cash card the Mobile Banking Velocity Card or the MEV card. It is a prepaid reloadable money card that lets the client access their funds fast and easy to purchase securely locally and abroad. Our cash card is riding on the UnionPay technology, so it can be used locally. It can also be used abroad. When you go abroad, you can bring your mobile banking velocity card and make your purchases. So that you can make your purchases, it can also be used for online purchases. We are already a member of, as I said earlier, of the Philippine Payment Management Incorporated. So you can do fund transfer via InstaPay and via PesoNet from one account to another account of yours that are maintained with AllBank, or you can even transfer funds from your account with AllBank to another account with another bank via InstaPay and PesoNet 24/7, anytime, any place, anywhere, at the comfort of your homes and offices. We have the check writing facility already. This is actually applicable for clients that are preparing bulk of checks. You no longer have to prepare your checks individually. You do not have to type your checks individually. You can actually enroll your account with our check writing facility. It is a web-based application, and you can prepare your bulk of checks automatically. And this is very, very secure because the system has a maker, checker, and approver functions. It is very safe. It is really safe, fast, and reliable. We also have our PDC warehousing for clients that are receiving post-dated checks, bulk of post-dated checks for merchants that are actually receiving bulk of post-dated checks from your clients. You do not have to keep your post-dated checks with you, your vault. You can entrust your post-dated checks with us, and we will be keeping and monitoring your post-dated checks. Upon maturity of the check, we will deposit and credit your account automatically. This is also very safe and secured. There is a maker, checker, approver facility. so that you will not have to worry about some errors being committed, like your checks being committed to being credited to another account. It will be taken care of by the bank. So as I said earlier, we actually have 17 branches strategically located all over Luzon. We have 2 in the north, Bataan and Pampanga. We have 3 in Bulacan. We have 4 branches in Metro Manila. We have 7 branches in Cavite, and we have 1 branch in Santa Rosa, Laguna. Our housing loan application and these digital banking products and services that we have developed are actually tailor-fitted for your needs and wants, so that we can assure, or you may be assured, that all the time we are making sure that banking will be easy for you while you are working very hard. So thank you very much.
All right. Once again, thank you, Mr. Vicente Garcia, for sharing the financing packages of AllBank. All right, we will now move on to our next bank partner. We have BDO. Introducing the representative, a senior assistant vice president at BDO. Please welcome Ms. Cory Davila.
A good day to all participants of the Villar Group Convention. We at BDO are very excited to be part of this virtual convention that promotes financial literacy among the clients of the Villar Group. And with the use of technology or the internet, we can reach more Filipinos both here and abroad. To promote the benefits of being well-informed, especially when it comes to bank financing for your new home. Ngayong merong pandemya, siguro marami po sa atin ang nag-worry kung itutuloy pa ba yung pagbili ng ating dream home. Hindi po kayo nag-iisa. Pero wag pong mag-worry, because at BDO, we find ways of helping our customers achieve their dream homes. And to tell you more about BDO, nag-prepare po kami ng short presentation to better explain ano ba yung mga requirements namin in applying for a BDO home loan and how to apply, especially for our overseas Filipino workers. So kindly focus your attention on screen. Thank you. Play video, please.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. We at BDO understand that the ongoing pandemic has made everyone extra cautious, especially in purchasing one's own home. Siguro po marami po sa atin ang nag-aalala at saka nagdadalawang isip kung itutuloy pa ba nila ang pagbili ng kanilang dream home. But worry not, because BDO is here to help you feel at ease and at the same time assist you in making your dream home a reality. Now let us find out what sets BDO apart from the other banks. Why choose BDO for your bank financing needs? Ano bang tulong ang pwedeng ibigay ng BDO para matupad ang pangarap nating magkaroon ng sariling bahay? Good news! BDO offers its home loan customers the following. Number 1, low and affordable payment options. Number 2, hassle-free loan requirements. And number 3, fast loan processing. Ngayon, isa-isahin po natin itong mga to para po makita natin ang BDO home loan advantages. Alam niyo po ba, BDO offers not 1, not 2, but 3 low and affordable payment options to choose from, syempre po, to match your budget at hand. First option, customers can pay interest only for the first 6 months. Para po yung ating monthly amortization, It will start on the 7th month after po nang ma-release ang loan. Ang ibig sabihin nito, interest lang po ang babayaran mo sa unang 6 na buwan, kaya naman magaang sa bulsa. Now this will give customers breathing space in their finances with the low monthly interest payment, allowing them to furnish and fix their new home. Second option, customers can avail of the 60-day grace period. Ang ibig sabihin po nito, the first monthly installment payment will be after 60 days from loan release, giving customers enough time to plan their budget as they move into their new home. Alam nyo, magandang payment option to dahil hindi mo kailangan magbayad agad-agad. Ang unang bayad after 60 days pa. And ang third option po natin, customers can avail of the equal monthly payments right away. With the low interest rate offering of BDO, the monthly amortization becomes affordable enough for the customers to shoulder. Kaya kung ready naman kayo, pwede ring simulan ang pagbabayad ng 30 days after ma-release ang loan. Magaang pa rin sa budget dahil ma-enjoy nyo ang low interest rate offering ng BDO. Let us now look at sample computations comparing the different low and affordable payment options. Let us assume a loan amount of 1 million pesos at an interest rate of 5.28% per annum fixed for 3 years, which is payable over a loan term of 20 years. Now, if the customer chooses to avail of the equal monthly payments, then ang ating pong estimated monthly payment is at 6,755 pesos. Ngayon, if the customer chooses to avail of the 60-day grace period, then ang kanyang pong estimated monthly payment after 60 days from loan release is 6,771 pesos only. Pero ang pinakamababa and more affordable payment option is if customer chooses to pay the interest only for the first 6 months. Then ang kanyang estimated monthly amortization is only 4,340 pesos. Very affordable po, di ba? Imagine paying less than 5,000 pesos monthly for your home loan. Next advantage that BDO offers is hassle-free loan requirements through its all-in financing, built-in insurance, and basic application requirements. With all-in financing, BDO can finance the loan-related fees and other bank charges, so there is no cash out from customers. Uulitin ko lang po in case hindi po natin narinig ng maliwanag. With all-in financing, no cash out from customers. At hindi lang po yan, because BDO also offers built-in insurance for credit life insurance and fire insurance. Ito po ay payable over 12 monthly installments at 0% interest. Kaya magaang sa bulsa. Tapos, ang hassle-free pa ng loan requirements because they are easy and simple. Number 1, a completely filled out and signed BDO home loan application form. 2, a valid government-issued ID with photo and signature. 3, income documents. 4, collateral documents. And number 5, marriage contract, if applicable. Easy and simple requirements, di po ba? BDO also offers fast loan processing because of its tie-ups with partner developers nationwide. A credit decision can be given in as fast as 5 banking days, and customers can conveniently apply at any BDO branch. BDO has tie-ups with many reputable developers nationwide. If the property being purchased ng ating customer is from one of BDO's accredited developer, then hindi na po kailangan ng appraisal or inspection po ng collateral property. No appraisal would mean faster processing of the loan application. Pag nasubmit na po ng customer ang complete application requirements and assuming there is no appraisal involved, BDO can give a credit decision in as fast as 5 banking days. And with BDO's widest network of branches nationwide, applying for a BDO home loan is so accessible and convenient. So uulitin ko lang po, BDO offers its home loan customers the following. Number 1, low and affordable payment options. Number 2, hassle-free loan requirements. And number 3, fast loan processing. But wait, there's more! BDO Home Loan is here to assist with its exciting online promo called the 2021 Go Digital Promo. Ito pong promong to is exclusive for clients who will apply online via the BDO website at bdo.com.ph. And so you're wondering, what makes the promo special? The Go Digital promo has 2 exciting offers for online customers. First, the attractive low interest rates of 5.28% per annum fixed for 1 to 3 years and 6.28% per annum fixed for 4 to 5 years. Second, the promo offers waived appraisal fee of up to 5,500 pesos. The application take-in period is up to August 31, 2021, while the booking deadline or the availment period is until February 28, 2022. This will give customers ample time to apply online and prepare the requirements. To know more about the Go Digital promo, please visit the BDO website at bdo.com.ph and apply online. Also, customers have the option to send their home loan applications to any BDO branch nearest them. At pwede rin po kayo mag-email sa homeloan@bdo.com.ph and a BDO account officer will get in touch with you. Kung saan po pinaka-convenient para sa inyo ay doon po kayo mag-submit ng application. Very important, please take note lang po that the 2021 Go Digital promo will accept online applications via the BDO website bdo.com.ph until August 31, 2021. So, apply now! At BDO, we look forward to assisting you with your home financing needs. Thank you and stay safe.
Okay, thank you for watching the BDO home loan video. Sa BDO, customers can enjoy low and affordable payment options. Pwede pong mag-avail ng equal monthly payments or 60-day grace period or the pay interest only for the first 6 months. Ito po ang pinaka-affordable dahil interest lang ang babayaran nyo sa unang 6 na buwan. Kaya naman magaan sa bulsa. At hassle-free pa ang ating loan requirements tulad ng complete details sa BDO application form. Valid government ID na meron photo at signature. Documents to show proof of income. Collateral documents at marriage contract kung applicable. Simple and easy ang basic loan requirements sa BDO. So talagang napakadali po to apply for a BDO home loan. Simply visit the BDO website at bdo.com.ph and go to home loan page to apply online. At pwede ring mag-submit ng application to any of our BDO branches nearest you or send an email to homeloan@bdo.com.ph. But wait, there's more. On July 2 ay meron pong exclusive Zoom webinar for all customers of the Villar Group who are interested to know more about how BDO can help you with your bank financing. Please take a photo or screenshot for the Zoom webinar details. Uulitin ko lang po, take a photo or screenshot para maka-join po kayo sa lahat ng aming Zoom webinar on July 2, 2021. Again, thank you for watching the BDO home loan video. And if you have any questions, we will gladly answer them later on during the open forum. Thank you and stay safe.
Once again, that was BDO. Thank you, Ms. Cory Davila, for sharing your packages and financial options from BDO. Next up is we have RCBC with its account officers. Joining us this afternoon is Ms. Melanie Atienza and Ms. Dika Dumantay. Good afternoon, ma'ams.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Today, I'll just introduce myself. I'm Dika from RCBC Housing Loan Developer Generated Group. And here with me is Miss Lani.
I am Melanie Atienza, and I am one of the account officers handling Visa accounts in RCBC.
So let me just turn on our presentation. So if there are any questions, kindly take note of them during the presentation, and later on we'll be answering those in our open forum. So for our first part of the presentation, I'll turn you over to Ms. Lani Atienza.
Okay, good afternoon again, everyone. So RCBC, or Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation, is one of the Yuchenko Group of Company subsidiaries. We are one of the major players in consumer lending with a branch network that covers all major parts of the country. So currently, we have around 418 branches nationwide. RCBC has been awarded as the 2021 Best Digital Bank in the Philippines at the Business Tabloid Awards in London, UK by the International Business Magazine, and 2021 Best Retail Bank in the Philippines by Global Banking and Finance Review. We are also awarded 2020 Best Digital Banking in the Philippines and Most Innovative Internet Banking Service Provider in the Philippines by the Global Economic, and 2020 Best Management Fund of the Year Peso Balance Fund winner by CFA Society of the Philippines. So what we offer, we have all kinds of loans to support our clients. So we have auto loans, personal loans, business loan, and home loan. But for today, we will be presenting to you our home loan, the benefits, the home loan process, and the interest rates of RCBC home loan. So this is what we offer. For home loan, we offer the financing assistance for the following purpose. So we offer assistance for purchase of house and lot and townhouse unit, purchase of condominium unit, and purchase of vacant lot. For the bank charges, our bank charges is around 2% of the loanable amount of the client. And then for the mortgage redemption insurance, our MRI is under Sun Life GREPA, and the MRI payment will be inclusive in the monthly amortization of the client. And then for the fire insurance will be under Malayan Insurance Company. This will be paid annually with the first year fire insurance premium inclusive on the bank charges of the client. So here are the benefits of home loan with RCBC. So first benefit is fast processing time. So you can get a loan approval within 3 to 5 banking days upon submission of complete application requirements. So this will also depend on the contactability of the client and the attorney in fact during the CI. So as long as we can contact the client or the attorney in fact upon CI, you may get an approval within 3 to 5 banking days. And the next benefit is the faster loan release. So after approval, once you have the approval, we may release the bank guarantee to the developer within 5 banking days. So once we have the loan approval, we may send the notice of approval to the clients the same day the account was approved. Then we will immediately call the client for the loan signing schedule. As for the loan signing this can be held at our head office in BGC Taguig, any RCBC branch near you, or at the comfort of your home through loan signing via Zoom app. So for the loan signing via Zoom, we just require the client to have 2 witnesses for the loan signing. And then after the loan signing, we will immediately release the bank guarantee to the developer for the signature of the signatories. And then once the bank guarantee and other developer documents like contract to sell and statement of account are returned to us, we may release the loan within 1 to 2 banking days. And then the next benefit is flexible loan term. So client may avail a housing loan from 500,000 pesos up to the maximum loanable amount of 90% of the total contract price of the property of the client. But of course, this is still subject to evaluation based on the borrower's capacity to pay. And our maximum loan term is 20 years or 65 years old upon loan maturity. So for lower interest rates, we offer discounted rates to our client. And for this event, we have exclusive interest rates to be offered to the attendees of this conference, which will be presented to you on the next slides. So this is the list of the qualified borrowers. So client should be Filipino or dual citizen. If a foreigner, must be married to a Filipino citizen. Client should at least be 21 years old upon loan application, or at most 65 years old upon loan maturity. Client should be permanently employed for at least 2 years, or if self-employed, business must be in profitable operation for at least 2 years. So this is a sample of how we evaluate the income of the client. So for example, if a client has a monthly income, gross monthly income of 100,000, we get 30% of the monthly income of the client as the net disposable income. And then the projected monthly amortization should be equal or less than the net disposable income of the client. As for clients with 101,000 and up income, we usually get 35% of the as the net disposable income of the client. Okay, I will turn you over to Ms. Dika to discuss the requirements of the housing loan, the process, and the interest rate. Ms. Dika?
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Lani. So we now move on to the requirements for availing of a housing loan with RCBC. So first, we move on to the locally employed clients. The first requirement will be accomplish application form or the buyer's information sheet of Vista Land. So we will be accepting this upon evaluation. So they may also submit this through the developer. Next is the proof of billing address, which should also match the declared address in the buyer's information sheet. And then the third is 2 government issued IDs, which are the following. It may be the passport, seaman's book for seafarers, postal IDs, those issued 2016 onwards, and driver's license, the social security ID, and the UMID or Unified Multipurpose ID, Professional Regulatory Commission ID or PRC, and the Integrated Bar of the Philippines ID. So these are the acceptable IDs. And then next is the latest ITR. So kindly note that this latest ITR is for 3 million loan amount and up. So also, we will be requiring this annually or yearly after the release of loan, if ever the amount is 3 million and up. And then the next is the certificate of employment and compensation and 3 months latest pay slips. So there we have it for locally employed clients. And for self-employed clients, what we will be needing is the accomplished application form, still same as locally employed, the proof of billing, and the valid ID. So still same as the ones I mentioned earlier. And then we have the audited financial statements and the ITR for the last 2 years of the business. And then we also have the business registration, mayor's permit, and DTI. So for corporation, we will require additional documents, which is the general information sheet and the SEC registration. So another document is also the bank statements of the business for the last 6 months. So if ever the business has multiple bank accounts, you may also submit the multiple bank statements. And then next is the list of suppliers and customers for at least five. So this must have the contact numbers and the address. And lastly, the company profile. So that is for our self-employed. And next is for our OFW. So the first 3 requirements, which is accomplished application form, proof of billing, and valid IDs, the same with the 2 other types of employment. And then for OFW, we will also require the certificate of employment and compensation with 3 months latest pay slips. So if ever that pay slips will not be available yet, we will require, or we will accept in lieu of the pay slips, payroll bank statement. So you may also submit this. And then the next requirement will be the personal details and contact number of the attorney in fact, and also the valid ID of the attorney in fact. So if you are an OFW, so they will be your representative. And then the last document is a special power of attorney form, SPA form. This can be locally notarized, which is executed here in the Philippines. And we will also require the passport entry and exit stamp. And if ever this is executed abroad, you may submit a consularized copy of this, which the Visa Land form will be also acceptable. So there we have it for the requirements for the 3 types of categories of employment. So next is the mode of payment. So what are the mode of payments we have if ever your loan has been released with us? So first is the automatic debit arrangement, or ADA. This is the mode of payment that we highly encourage, since this is less hassle for the clients. So you may opt to choose from the ATM, which has a maintaining balance of 3,000. And for a passbook account, you may opt to choose passbook as well, with a maintaining balance of 5,000. And you may also issue post-dated checks if ever you haven't saved a checking account already. So we will require a minimum of 12 months post-dated checks. And you may also pay through our online facilities, online payment or online banking. So next is for the interest rate. So we are pleased to inform you that we have exclusive offers for our attendees right now at this conference or this event for Visa Land clients. So fixed for 3 years, we have 1 to 3 years, we have 5.5 interest rate. If ever you opt to pay within 4 to 5 years fixing rate, we have 6.5 interest rate. So this will be subject to change if ever, but then we offer this until December 2021 for all application and releases until then. So now we move on to our next slide, which is the home loan process. So for the first stage or for the step will be the account officer accepts the bank folder or documents, as we call it, the bank folder for bank and developer from the developer and broker. So the account officer to conduct the initial evaluation. After then, the bank, after evaluating and the documents seemed complete, we then now forward this to our pre-approval department. They would then also evaluate the documents. If there are any other lacking documents, they will communicate with the client as well. You may receive emails or calls from their group, to require or to request for lacking documents. On the third stage, once documents are complete, we now forward this to our credit for CI and evaluation. So this is the stage where you will also receive calls from our group or from our CI to evaluate or to verify those information stated in your bias information sheet and submitted income documents. So next, the fourth stage, once approved, account will now be forwarded to our consumer loan sales support. So this is the loan signing team. They will now send you the notice of approval and discuss to you the terms, and they will also schedule you for their loan signing. So the fifth stage or the fifth step will be loan signing and discussion at the head office or in any RCBC branch, and even at the comfort of your homes. So especially right now, it's the new normal. So we highly encourage as well the Zoom signing and signing at branches nearest you for your safety. On the sixth step, the letter of guarantee and deed of undertaking will now be issued to the developer. Once the developer receives it, they will now have their signatory sign the documents. And on the eighth stage, the letter of guarantee, deed of undertaking, and other developers' documents will now be forwarded to our booking team for review and loan release. And of course, after the loan release, 30 days after that, the client may now pay their monthly amortization. So it's just those 9 steps. And as Ms. Lani mentioned earlier, just in 2 weeks, your loan will be released. So there we have it. And again, I'm gonna turn you over to Ms. Lani for our FAQs.
Okay, so these are the frequently asked questions by the clients. So first question, upon approval of loan, can we still change the loan term and fixing rate as per client's request? Yes, this is still possible, but it is still subject for approval and will still based on income profile of the client and age of the client, since the maximum loan term is 65 years old upon maturity. And the next question, what if borrower's income is insufficient? What are other options? So the client may appoint a co-borrower or settle an additional down payment with the developer. And then the next question, who can be qualified as a co-borrower? So client's co-borrower must be a first-degree relative of the client with regular employment status. If employed or if self-employed, business should be established for 2 years.
So our next is, what if the client has a marital issue? Can they still apply for a home loan? So PB must be annulled or with court order. If not, spouse should also appear in all documents. So the next question is, what if the borrower has an existing insurance already? Can they use it as an insurance for housing loans? This will be possible. Existing insurance will be subject for evaluation. Next is, why do housing loan get disapproved? Client may have an existing loan resulting to insufficient income, or client with poor payment history. But if ever the client has an existing loan and results in insufficient income, they could still apply for a home loan, provided that they will provide a co-borrower, as mentioned by Ms. Lani earlier. So for RCBC, that will be all. Thank you so much, our dear future partners. And these are our account officers. We hope to see you and transact with you in the near future. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Miss Melanie and Miss Dika, for sharing your offers and packages with RCBC. Up next, we have UnionBank of the Philippines joining us, and with it, its relationship manager. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Margaret Young.
Hi, hello.
Hi, Miss Margaret. Good afternoon. You may now take it away.
Let me first share my screen. Can you now see it? So hi, how's everyone so far? Are we still good? I hope you all still have energy to listen and not yet bombarded with too much information since we are the fourth bank to be presenting today. So anyway, I'm glad you all took the time to participate in today's PyCon Summit. And before I begin, allow me to introduce myself to you. I am Margaret Young. I'm the Relationship Manager at UnionBank. So today I will be presenting UnionBank's home loan program. To start, let me give you a brief background about our bank. For those of you who may not know, UnionBank was incorporated way back in 1968 and has acquired its universal bank license in 1992. The bank's primary goal has always been to provide our customers with the best solutions and experiences by co-creating innovations, bringing the future of banking to the present by being forward-thinking, innovative, open, and agile. Since then, UnionBank has always been the first to embrace technological innovations to empower its customers. With this, it has consistently been recognized as one of Asia's leading companies, ranking among the country's top universal banks in terms of profitability and efficiency. Since 2016, UnionBank's digital transformation strategy reinforced its commitment to deliver superior customer experiences and promote inclusive prosperity in the country. In fact, for several years, the bank was renowned Best Digital Bank by prestigious institutions and also recognized in areas of transformation, people, and culture. To name a few, in 2020, UnionBank won the Digital Trailblazer Award in Asia Pacific region, awarded by the International Data Corporation. In 2019, UnionBank was awarded by the Asian Banker for the Mortgage Product of the Year, which is the retail loan platform. Now that we know who UnionBank is, it's time to share with you our digitized mortgage platform. So being a digital bank, we are so agile and we are very eager to innovate and improve our processes for our clients' convenience. I guess everyone will agree with me that for the longest time, we've been experiencing a lot of issues in processing applications, from the delayed approvals to the slow release of proceeds. So we thought of designing a program or a platform that would streamline the process and make it more efficient. So in 2018, the Retail Loans Platform, or RLP, was born. The RLP is specially designed to address and resolve the challenges I have mentioned earlier. With that, I would like to highlight its benefits and advantages. So first, it is convenient, it is fast, and it is flexible. Let me break down and explain them further one by one. Convenient online loan processing with real-time process updates. So now we can process and access applications remotely, which is perfect for our current setup, where we limit face-to-face transactions. Gone are the days when you can only do the work when you're at the office, especially now that most of us are on a work from home setup. Processing applications can be now done at home every day, even on weekends, morning till night. Real-time loan application process updates via automated SMS and email notification to the loan borrower or loan customer upon release of conditional approval and final approval. So once the account is pre-approved or has a final approval, there is an automated text message and email that informs the client of the status of their application and if there are more documents needed to be complied. Conditional approval within 3 minutes upon submission of the following documentary requirements. With our RLP or digitized mortgage platform, we can process and release a conditional approval in as fast as 3 minutes. Yes, you heard it all right, 3 minutes. Provided that all basic requirements are submitted, no negative findings detected, that is not within our credit parameters, clients can be given a conditional approval in just 3 minutes. This means you have already passed the first stage of the application process, and we would now only need to verify your income capacity. That's right. So what are the basic requirements needed for the conditional approval? For the personal documents, we would need a scanned application form or the buyer's information sheet, which is available upon reservation of the property, valid government issued IDs of the borrower or the spouse. For the income documents, we would need certificate of employment with compensation or the latest 3 months payslip, whichever is readily available. For the collateral documents, we would need either the contract to sell, the reservation agreement, a statement of account, or a letter coming from the developer. For clients based abroad or OFWs, they would need to appoint an attorney in fact that would represent on their behalf. We would need the details of their attorney in fact, which are the valid government IDs, Philippine local address of the EIF, the mobile number, email address, birthday, and the relationship of the attorney in fact with the principal borrower. So this is a sample conditional approval being emailed to the client. This is what the client will receive once he or she is pre-approved. So the client will see here the details of the loan approved, the term, the approved interest rate, approved loan amount, the proposed monthly amortization, and the other documents that is needed to be submitted. So next benefit of the RLP is that it is flexible. So we can approve the loanable amount up to 90% of the total contract price. For example, your total contract price is 1 million. We can approve and grant a loan up to 900,000. Number 2, the maximum term is 20 years. This is standard for locally based or locally employed clients and can also be approved for OFWs or clients based or working abroad. So even overseas clients can now have the option to stretch their paying years to a maximum of 20 years. Number 3, maximum age limit of 70 years old. Yes, not 65, but it's 70 years old. So as long as the client will not exceed 70 years of age, upon the maturity of the loan, it is approvable. And last, the interest rates based on prevailing market rates. Our interest rates are always flexible. I will discuss more of it later. So here is a short run through of our application process with our RLP. So first is the encoding of the application in the system. If no negative findings detected, it will proceed with the release of the conditional approval. The system now notifies the client via text message and email. Then the account officer will contact the client for further submission of documents if they are still needed. Proceed with the final approval. Then next is the document signing and submission of the documents for final review. And lastly is the booking and the release of the proceeds. Now that we know how the mortgage process works, let us determine who are qualified to apply for a loan and which properties can we offer as collateral. So clients may apply for a home loan with acquisition of the following. Acquisition of condominium units with parking slots, house and lot, lot only, and townhouses. So who can avail of a loan? Clients both locally and overseas can apply for a loan provided that, number 1, they are employed with their current employer for at least a year with a regular employment status or has a profitable business running for at least 2 years. For the age, again, clients who will not exceed 70 years of age by the end of the loan term or the loan maturity. So clients with good credit standing, meaning they have no canceled or written off cards within 2 years from the time of loan application and with no more than 200,000 outstanding or unpaid balance, if they have no previous housing or auto loans with past dues and or foreclosed or surrendered properties. For the citizenship, clients who hold the Philippine passport, whether working or living abroad, and this also includes Filipinos married to foreigners. For the capacity to pay, clients whose proposed monthly amortization should not exceed 50% of their monthly income. The income can be combined if they're spouses or they have co-borrowers or co-principals. For Filipinos working abroad or living abroad or for seafarers, they must appoint a trusted attorney-in-fact or a representative who is living in the Philippines to represent and sign on their behalf. So their AIF would do the loan signing for them, and they would pay for the monthly amortization through opening of their account. So to note, the attorney in fact or the appointed representative is not a co-maker and will not be held liable in case of default. So I'll run through the list of the needed requirements to submit for the different types of clients. For locally employed clients, again, we would need a filled up application form or buyer's information sheet coming from the developer, valid government issued IDs, marriage certificate, if applicable for married clients, TENOMAR or certificate of no marriage for single borrowers, latest COE with compensation, or latest 3 months payslip, so whichever is readily available. Latest ITR is just required for loan applications of 3 million and above. For overseas Filipino workers, same requirements. We will just need additional requirements such as the special power of attorney, consularized if the document is signed and executed abroad, notarized if the document is signed in the Philippines. Also, we would need to appoint an attorney in fact. For self-employed clients or for those who own their own business or has a corporation, same requirements as above. Additional requirements are the latest business registration, DTI or SEC registration, latest mayor's permit, latest 2 years audited financial statement, latest 2 years ITR, the latest 6 months back statement, and list of 3 trade references, name and number of their top customers and suppliers. So for today, we have prepared a special treat for our clients who are registered in the Vicon Summit. We will be giving special rates just for today. So who are eligible to avail and what are the mechanics? All clients who are registered in the Vicon 2021 are eligible to join or to avail of the special rates, and the loan or the account should be bookable or should be released until March 2022. So what are our special rates? For today, we are offering 6% for 1 year fixing, 6.25 for 3 years, and 6.5 for 5 years. So what a treat. Low rates with fast approval and fast processing of reviews. Such a wonderful combination. Hindi lang pwedeng low rates lang pero mabagal naman ang application. With that, we hope to meet you at UnionBank and be of service to all of you soon. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you so much, Ms. Margaret Young from Union Bank of the Philippines. Now, our last speaker to share with us is Pag-ibig with its representative, Ms. Brenda Cao. Ms. Brenda, good afternoon. Hi, ma'am. Kindly unmute your microphone.
Sorry. Good afternoon to everyone, to all the participants in this big event, the Vicon Villar Group Convention. We are very glad to inform all our buyers, our partner developer, the Villar Group, to update them regarding the Pag-ibig housing loan of the Pag-ibig housing loan. So I'm Ms. Brenda Cao, Department Manager, 3 Pag-ibig Fund, under Corporate Sales Group in Mandaluyong City. So before I proceed with the presentation regarding the housing loan program of the fund, let's take a look of this Pag-ibig Fund snapshot, kung saan nasaan na yung pondo ngayon. Ang pondo ng ating mga miyembro, yung pera nila. So we cannot operate kung wala yung mga members natin. Okay, so we have active members, 12.77 million. And we have a total asset of 670.53 billion pesos. Membership savings of 48.2 billion pesos. We have a net income of 31.71 billion pesos. Dividend payout, it's 29.40 billion pesos. And we declared dividends last year for regular savings at 5.62%, and for MP2 savings, we declared 6.12%. So we have also 155 offices nationwide, and we have 20 overseas posts. So globally, ang miyembro natin, so lahat po ng nagtatrabaho dito sa Pilipinas at ibang bansa ay pwedeng magmiyembro ng Pag-ibig Fund. Next slide, please. So we will be discussing the end-user financing program of the fund under Circular 396 and Circular 406. Next slide, please. As I've said, so we have this program under the end-user financing program, and the borrower can avail as much as 6 million pesos and with low interest rates, and they can choose. It depends on their age at present. The maximum term is 30 years, and the borrower can also avail of a multiple housing loan. So we have 8 repricing periods. So first, for the first year fixing, we have 5.750%. And for the 3-year fixing, we have 6.250%. For 5-year fixing, we have 6.5%. For 10-year fixing, we have 7.250%. And for 15 years, we have 7.875%. For 20 years, we have 8.5%. For 25 year, we have 9.125%. And for 30-year fixing, we have 9.875%. And you can avail as much as 6 million pesos. For loan purpose, these are the loan purposes. First, you can acquire or you can purchase a residential lot or adjoining residential lots not exceeding 1,000 square meter. Number 2, you can purchase a residential house and lot, townhouse or condo unit, either old or brand new property mortgaged with a fund, adjoining houses and units, inclusive of a parking slot. House construction, home improvement, refinancing of an existing housing loan, and combo loan. So these are the loan purposes that you can avail once na you are a Pag-ibig member. And of course, we have to consider the eligibilities. Next, the eligibility requirements. So number 1, at least you are an active member with at least 24 monthly savings. And number 2, not more than 65 years old at the date of loan of application, and not more than 70 years old at the date of loan maturity. Third, has legal capacity to acquire and encumber real property in the Philippines. No Pag-ibig housing loan foreclosed, canceled, bought back, or voluntarily surrendered. If with existing Pag-ibig housing loan account or short-term loan, payment must be updated. So under the basis, on the approval of the loan, we have to consider whichever is the lowest of the 3 factors. So first, the actual need. Second is the capacity to pay. And third is the loan to appraised value ratio. Basis on the actual need for the purchase of lot, purchase of a residential unit or PRU, it's the selling price. For refinancing, the basis is outstanding balance. For house construction or a home improvement, the basis is the total construction cost. based on the capacity to pay of the borrower. For 1 year repricing period, it's 30% of your gross monthly income. For 3-year to 30-year repricing period, the requirement is at least, the consideration is 35% of your gross monthly income. For TAC loan, so kung hindi po kaya ng isang borrower natin yung kanyang gustong i-loan sa pondo, sa pag-ibig fund, so he or she can get a co-borrower, a maximum of 2 borrowers. So in a loan, in one account, the maximum is 3 qualified pag-ibig members. For related co-borrowers, parents, siblings, and children of borrower. For non-related co-borrowers, pwede yung friends, partner, or any qualified pag-ibig member. For loans up to economic housing, we have the consideration based on loan to appraised value of 95%. So the selling price is 1.3 million, capacity to pay is 1.6 million, appraisal is 1.425 million, loanable amount is 1.3 million. It's based on the 3 considerations po, whichever is the lowest among the 3 considerations. So since this is the lowest is 1.3, the approved loan is 1.3. For over economic housing limit, which is 90% ang consideration natin sa loan to value ratio natin. So this case, the selling price is 2.2, capacity to pay is 3 million, appraisal is 1.620 million, loanable amount is 1.620 million, since this is the lowest among the 3 considerations. Next. The account is covered by insurance, and of course, we have at least reduced this. Before, it was reduced from 41 centavos per 1,000 based on the premium rates natin, but now it's only 0.225 centavos per 1,000. So for burial, it has a rider, a burial benefit for up to 26,000 pesos. And for consideration, once ang isang borrower ay permanently disabled, full payment of the loan, and effect of terminal illness, amortization support up to 500,000 pesos. And for experience refund, 20% of the insurer profit to be refunded to the insured. And it has a processing time to claim the refund for within 24 hours. So for contract to sell scheme, it's a sales redemption insurance, while for real estate mortgage, it's called mortgage redemption insurance. So for the lowered interest rate, based on the basic premium rate, based on the appraised value of the building, as high as 0.40%. And now it's only 0.1686% per annum. Before, the rental assistance for uninhabitable property, wala po siya, but now it has up to 15,000 pesos. Family personal accident, before it's none. No benefit for this. Now it's an aggregate limit of 500,000. Sabotage and or terrorism cover, before it's none, but now it's 5% of the appraised value or loan amount, whichever is higher. The maximum amount that you can claim is up to 150,000 pesos. And it has, aside from the 26,000, the burial benefit has increased, from 26 plus 5,000 pesos. That will be 31,000 pesos. For the affordable housing loan program of the fund, for those receiving or based on their income, they can avail a 30-year maximum loan term up to 750,000 pesos. For this, these are the minimum wage earners. Next. So for this table, there is a cut-off for those availing up to 580,000 pesos with a 32 square meter residential unit in a horizontal housing project. So for 580,000 pesos loanable amount, if you are working in the region, in the provinces, so if you are receiving not more than 12,000 pesos, you can avail of this 3% per annum interest rate. So wala pong tapat dito sa 3% na to for the socialized housing program. And for those working in NCR, up to 15,000 pesos gross monthly income, they can also avail of this 580,000 pesos with an interest rate of 3% per annum. While for the 750,000 up to 750,000 pesos, for working in the province or regions, the income required or up to 14,000 gross monthly income, they can avail of this 3% per annum. While working in NCR, the boundary or the requirement at least it's 17,500 pesos. The basis of the gross monthly income. And the term is 30-year, and the interest rate for 580,000 pesos, it will be repriced every 5 years. But for 6.5 interest rate, it's the repricing is every 10 years. The composition of the amortization is the principal balance, interest rate, and the insurance premium. So for contract to sell scheme, it's sales redemption insurance, while for real estate mortgage, it's mortgage redemption insurance. And of course, once na in default yung account, these are not only the considerations. Of course, we have the number one that we will be applying is the penalty, if there is any penalty. For modes of payment, first we have the salary deduction through employer collection servicing agreement. So it will be signed by the employer and Pag-ibig Fund. So they will be remitting their collection on the following month thereafter. Auto debit arrangement with banks, post-dated checks for 12 months, and through accredited collection partners, the local remittance and the overseas remittance. So these are the local remittance: Asia United Bank, Bayad Center, Caspinas, DBP, EasyPay, Bills, SM Bills Pay, Metrobank, MLU Willie, Land Bank of the Philippines, Globe or GCash. For overseas remittance, we have Asia United Bank, Caspinas, iRemit, Bentaha, and PNB. For processing and appraisal fee, first, the processing fee is 1,000 pesos. For fees from takeout, it will be capitalized. The processing fee is 2,000, and the appraisal is 1,000, and 1 year insurance premium. For the housing loan requirements, we have to require the borrower to submit a recent photo of borrower and co-borrower if applicable. So one valid ID, photocopy, it should be back-to-back, principal borrower and spouse, co-borrower and spouse, developer's authorized representative, and attorney in fact, if applicable. Marriage contract, married birth certificate, if applicable, and proof of income. For locally employed, income documents required any one of the following: certificate of employment and compensation, indicating the gross monthly income and monthly allowance or monthly monetary benefits received by the employee. Latest income tax return for the year immediately preceding the date of loan application with attached BIR form number 2316 stamp received by the BIR. Or certified 1-month payslip within the last 3 months prior to date of loan application. Okay. There is a note here for government employees, certified 1-month payslip within the last 3 months prior to date of loan application and must be submitted together with CEC or ITR. This is also applicable for those borrowers who intend to pay through their employer. Next slide, please. Next. So for self-employed, the requirements for income documents, any of the following. So ITR, audited financial statement, and official receipt of tax payment from bank supported with DTI registration, mayor's permit, or business permit. Commission vouchers reflecting the issuer's name and contact details for the last 12 months. Bank statements or passbook for the last 12 months in case income is sourced from foreign remittances, pension, etc. Copy of lease contract and tax declaration if income is derived from rental payments. Certified through copy of transport franchise issued by appropriate government agency. So if you are a member of TODA, like Tricycle Drivers Association, Jeepney Drivers Association. So this LGU for tricycles, LTFRB for other PUBs. Other document that would validate source of income may be applicable. So for OFWs po, so the requirements, any of the following: employment contract between employee and employer or Philippine Overseas Employment Administration POA standard contract. Certificate of employment and compensation written on the employer company official letterhead or CEC signed by the employer. For household staff and similarly situated employees, supported by a photocopy of the employer's ID or passport. So if you are an OFW, of course, you have to execute a special power of attorney, and that's so-called the attorney in fact, your representative in the Philippines. Notarized prior to date of departure. For OFW member abroad, SPA notarized by a Philippine consular officer or SPA notarized by a local notary of the country where the member is working, but duly authenticated by the Philippine consulate. Or income tax return filed with host country. Note, if documents are in foreign languages, English translation is a must. So we have this Pag-ibig Loyalty Card Plus, and we are inviting, we are persuading, we are convincing our valued members po natin dito sa Pondo to register this Pag-ibig Loyalty Card Plus. What are the features of this card? So the most convenient way to create your virtual Pag-ibig account. So in this, once that you registered, you can check your contributions, your short-term loan status, your housing loan status, and the safest way to receive your short-term loan. And you can also enjoy discounts and rewards on purchases from over hundreds of establishments, accredited establishments of the fund. So we have also this program. This is another category of membership. So the 200 contribution every month being deducted from your salary, or 100 pesos from your salary and 100 pesos from your employer, it's under Pag-ibig 1. While this Pag-ibig 2, it's an optional membership who are interested for this, and the minimum contribution is 500 pesos per month. So this is with higher dividends than that of the Pag-ibig 1 membership. It's tax-free. So ito yung ating magandang adjective or description ng programang ito. It's tax-free. Okay? So compounded or annual, with annual dividend payout option, and with the 5-year maturity. So you can refund every 5 years, and you can also reinvest again and then earn dividends for 5 years again. So these savings you can apply, register online. The fund website is www.pagibigfund.gov.ph, and tingnan lang po yung member services. Then you register under this program, which is MP2 savings of Pag-ibig Fund. Okay, you can invest 100,000, million, 1 million pesos for one-time payment. It's allowable for this program. And it is also open to pensioners. So we for Pag-ibig Fund, we have to thank Vista Group, Villar Group, for accommodating us, for presenting our programs, housing loan programs, and thank you. Again, this is Miss Brenda Tiglao-Cao, Department Manager, Developer Assisted 2 of the Corporate Sales Group, located in Gel Building, Mandaluyong City. So for our contact details, visit our website po, www.pagibigfund.gov.ph, and our number is 8422-5005. Thank you so much for this time presenting Pag-ibig Fund Housing Loan Program, and we appreciate your invite, and thank you so much as partner developer of this corporation. Marami po kayong natutulungan na mga miyembro ng Pag-ibig Fund na para magkabahay through Pag-ibig Financing Program. Of course, we are hoping that our partners, hahaba po yung ating partnership with the fund, and mas marami pa po kayong madideliver na Pag-ibig housing loan accounts with the funds. Maraming salamat po. Thank you.
All right, once again, talking about the Pag-ibig Housing Loan Fund, thank you, Ms. Brenda Cao, for sharing your insights. All right, at this point, we would like to call on our moderators for this discussion with our financing partners. Introducing Vistaland CFO and Head for Investor Relations, joining us this afternoon is Mr. Brian Edam. Good afternoon, Sir Brian.
Afternoon.
Also joining us this afternoon is Vistaland Admin Group Head, Ms. Teresa Tumbaga.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. All right, once again, may we ask our financing partners to turn on their cameras as we begin our moderation and discussion about house financing and property financing.
May we request the other banks to already turn on your video so we can add you to the screens, whoever will answer questions. Thank you so much. Let me take this opportunity to thank you all for participating in this first biggest virtual property expo. We're hoping to do this every year, hopefully. And thank you for giving our audience attendees special rates specifically for you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So we kick off with the first question. Hold on, let me see this. Okay, the first question anyone can answer. With the pandemic, I believe that most of the financial institution actually you implemented some tightening in credit approvals. So the question is, will you be easing them and when? So we can start with AllBank. Thank you. Please unmute yourself. Can we request?
Yeah. Yes, I'm sorry. I did not get I was not able to get the question.
Okay,
I
let
am
me
Lucia
repeat the
from
question.
AllBank.
Okay, so the pandemic actually resulted to the financial institutions implementing strict or tightening in their credit approvals. So with the with the vaccination rollout and us going out of this pandemic, will you be easing them, and when would that be? Thank you.
Well, as far as AllBank is concerned, I would say at this point in time, we were not badly hit by the pandemic. So we are actually business as usual. And as far as interest rate is concerned, we have not tightened the interest rate. So insofar as the pandemic is concerned, we do not have any problem at all.
Maybe also get the opinion from answer from BDO, and then after that RCBC, UnionBank, and ibig. Thank you.
Well, actually, good afternoon, Brian. This is Dang from BDO. As regards to the question, we haven't really, totally tightened our parameters as far as the qualifications of borrowers are concerned. It's basically the same. And in the case of your borrowers, especially with the Vista Land Group, we look at the seasonality of the accounts. So these are those who actually bought properties way back, 2 years ago. So therefore, you can already see the pattern, the payment history. So that's basically 50% of the, decision consideration in granting a loan. Siguro, it's really more of we want to tighten the documentation. So maybe for the past year, medyo, yung iba dinidiffer natin. You can submit it after the loan release. But right now, we want to make sure that, the documentation is airtight. So I think that's on that aspect. But as far as credit is concerned, the parameters are basically the same.
What about from RCBC?
Yes. Hi, good afternoon. I'm Jenny from RCBC. Yeah, basically for RCBC, there's of course there's a tightened parameter as to result of the pandemic. But as mentioned, we can basically assess our borrowers by submission of the latest income documents if clients still employed, so we can process the loan application. And also, as Ms. Dang mentioned, we also check on the buyer's capacity to pay on the basis of the payment on the down payment. Yes, that's it.
From anyone from UnionBank? Are you on mute?
Hi, good afternoon.
Okay.
Just like the other banks, business as usual, heightened credit investigation. We just need to verify that the clients are still employed. That's why we are requiring latest employment documents from them, latest COE with which is preferably issued within 30 days, and latest 3 months payslip.
And finally, from Pag-ibig, ma'am.
Yes, of course. From Pag-ibig Fund, we have also same parameter, same policy. But of course, as what RCBC officer said, we have to validate prior to loan approval if the borrower is still employed with that company. So we conduct a credit investigation. So the basis of pag-ibig is only the income, none other than that. So we are only conducting employer validation through virtual call, telephone call, and through email.
Okay. Another question here. With the current pandemic, OFW clients are struggling processing the consularized SPA form due to the difficulty in securing schedule with the consul. Are there other options to proceed with the release of their loan in the absence of the SPA form? And is online loan signing applicable already? So can we start with RCBC?
Okay, for the online signing, yeah, I'm proud to say that RCBC is doing the Zoom signing, so we can conduct loan signing in the comfort of your home. So basically, you don't have to go out in your houses or to go to our nearest branch for loan doc signing. So we can just conduct it through Zoom signing. We just have to schedule it with you. We're gonna send the loan documents to your houses. And then for the consularized SPA, so basically we really have to, the client need to submit the consularized SPA prior to loan booking, but we can allow processing of the loan approval prior to the submission of the consularized SPA. But prior to booking, we need the consularized SPA on hand.
Okay, thank you, Miss Jenny. Miss Dan, can you have your comment on this?
Yeah, okay. Same with what Jenny mentioned. SPA is actually not regulatory. It's a legal document. So it's a legal requirements that we cannot forgo. So unfortunately, it needs change of regulation. So yeah, we don't change that. We really have to, that's really a requirement. Now for the virtual loan signing, we are actually in the process of also doing virtual loan signing. Maybe next month. We're still trying to ensure that the guidelines and that we adhere to BSP's regulation as far as the KYC is concerned using the virtual means. As it is right now, we actually ask our borrowers we do this mass signing wherein we ensure also that there's safety. The safety protocol is being followed. But by next month, we should be able to probably launch our virtual loan signing. But that will not cure the SPA, by the way. That's totally different.
Yeah. Okay, Sir Vic, do you have your comment?
Yeah, actually, as far as AllBank is concerned, the same as the previous speaker, well, we can actually go on with the processing. As I said, it is business as usual as far as AllBank is concerned. Now, for the consularized SPA or document, while we are waiting for its arrival, then we can go on with the processing. But of course, under these abnormal times, the answer to everything is actually digital. So very, very soon also, the eKYC would be a reality as far as AllBank is concerned. For as long as we are able to check the liveliness of the person on the other line, I think electronic signature is something that is really necessary and should become acceptable.
Okay. You have from UnionBank, Mex.
For the loan signing, yes, we do allow Zoom loan signing right now, so we can deliver and pick up the documents from the client's houses, and then we can schedule Zoom signing. For the SPA, yes, we still need the consularized SPA as it is a requirement prior to booking. Although right now, for some countries who accept apostille certification, we accept SPAs with apostille certifications. And for the convenience of the clients, since we know that the delivery of the consularized SPAs will take time, so for now we can accept scanned copies of the SPA for us to book the account. So we accept scanned copies of the consolidated SPAs as well as apostille certification.
Okay.
Hey, ma'am, for Pag-ibig Fund, of course, it's really a consularized document, a special power of attorney. And what Ms. Yang said also, we do accept the SPA with certificate apostille. So we do also accept that apostillized, or yun nga, duly consularized SPA. But regarding virtual signing, so this is another process. This is another activity, which is borrower's validation. So we do allow a virtual signing for this borrower's validation, and not for the issuing or execution of special power of attorney.
Thank you. We have one question here from the audience. In cases of application disapproval due to credit cards, how do the applicant clear such findings? We start from Pag-ibig. Do you have that?
We do not, in our credit investigation, we do not include credit card investigation or checking. It's only the salary of the borrower contacting the employer. If they will confirm, if they this is valid amount, then subject for approval.
Margaret? From UnionBank?
For the canceled cards, we are glad to inform the clients that we do accept application of clients who has previous canceled cards, provided that the canceled card is within 2 years from the time of loan application, with outstanding balance not more than 200,000. For canceled cards within the parameters of from other banks, we do not need to settle the outstanding balance. But for UnionBank credit card, UnionBank canceled cards, we require them to settle the balance prior to loan booking.
And Jenny, what about from RCBC?
Yeah, with regards to canceled card for RCBC, we required settling of canceled outstanding balance of those canceled credit card. But for those canceled card more than 10 years, we can accept that. But below 10 years, we require settling or full payment of the canceled credit card outstanding balances prior to loan booking. But we can process the loan application.
Great. Vic for AllBank.
Yeah, for the past due credit card, which are older than 5 years, then we no longer require anything. But for past due credit cards that are not beyond 5 years, we will only require the client to settle the loan obligation, and that is already okay.
What about lastly from BDO, Dan?
Well, actually, it's same with all home, no? If it's more than 5 years and it's canceled card, for as long as, you know, the balance are not really that substantial, we can still consider. So even if you have an adverse findings in your credit card na current, especially kung BDO yun, we can still process your loan application with the condition that prior to loan release, you have to settle your obligation.
Another question from the audience. Question lang po, pwede po bang mag-apply ng housing loan from Pag-ibig or bank ang isang formerly Filipino citizen pero hindi pa siya nag-apply for a dual citizenship? If pwede po, ano po ang pwede niyang, anong document ang kailangan para makapag-apply? Okay. From Pag-ibig, Ms. Brenda?
Yes, for not dual citizen. So it's citizen is from the host country.
Yeah. Kasi hindi pa siya nag-a-apply ng dual citizenship. So technically, foreigner na siya.
only the, yes, it's allowable provided he can or she can provide us income documents and special power of attorney if in case na she cannot directly transact with the fund here in the Philippines.
Ms. Dang?
For former Filipinos, you were saying kasi na hindi pa siya dual citizenship. So
Yeah.
there's a plan. Well, yeah, we can process. We can process for as long as prior to loan release, maging dual citizen siya. So otherwise, kasi we have BDO and we have another subsidiary, we call that BDO Finance. So the BDO Finance can actually accommodate yung foreigners. So kung former Filipino ka and you're not a dual citizenship holder, which means you're a foreigner. So we can still process, but the booking would be under our BDO Finance, not under the main bank.
Okay. Jenny from RCBC?
We can process, provide it will be a conditional approval. The submission of dual citizenship will be prior to loan booking.
Okay. Sir Vic?
Yeah, as far as we are concerned, it will be the same. We can process, of course, provided the applicant is willing to execute an affidavit of allegiance, or oath of allegiance. I'm sorry, oath of allegiance.
Meg?
Same with the other banks. We can process the application. We can grant the approval, although we cannot release the proceeds until we get the oath of allegiance from the client.
Great. This one is different. The question is, I'm a U.S. citizen from California and interested in buying a house in the Philippines. Am I qualified to get a home loan, and what are the requirements? Sir Vic?
As far as we are concerned, I don't think he is qualified. I don't think he is qualified to apply for a housing loan because he is a total foreigner.
Okay, Jenny, would be the same?
Yeah, it's still the same. It's a
I guess,
foreigner.
Meg, same for you guys?
If he is single, no, we cannot accept the application since he's a foreigner. But if he is married to a Filipina, then yes, we can accept the application as long as the Filipino wife still holds a Philippine passport.
What about for BDO, Dan?
Yeah, I think I mentioned that kanina na if you're a foreigner, we can actually process, but this is going to be booked under BDO.
Okay, another question here. Another question here. Can I appoint attorney in fact even I'm a locally employed, or can I appoint a friend to be my attorney in fact instead of a relative? Sir Vic, may want to start?
Yes, of course. Of course. If you do not have the time and if you want to appoint somebody, even if he or she is not your relative, that is your call. For as long as the SPA is notarized, there's no problem.
Okay. Miss Jenny, is that the same answer?
Allow, subject to approval.
Okay. Miss Meg?
If he is locally employed, then no need for an AIF or an attorney in fact. If the client is based or working abroad, and anyone, he can appoint anyone as attorney in fact. We're not very particular about that. Relative or friend, it's okay.
Okay. Miss Dan, is the same answer?
Yeah, preferably relatives, because we want that person accountable. So in case to case, we can probably debate, but we need to establish why a friend, co-make for another person's obligation.
Miss Brenda?
Of course, when you designate a special attorney in fact, as secured if it's your nearest relative, but it's a case-to-case basis, and if in that case, we have to validate. We have to validate the document. the attorney in fact, and we have to coordinate with the borrower if really he authorized his friend like that. So we allow po yun.
Okay, another question here. Will the interest rates remain low post-pandemic? Jen, you can start.
For now, sir, I can say the rate that we provided is up to December, but after that, we really can't say what will be the rate after that.
What about you, Meg?
That would actually depend, sir, on with BSP. But right now, with our current rate or the special rate we have offered, the rates are applicable until March 2022.
Ms. Dang?
Our rates are basically stable even prior to the pandemic, no? So it's basically the same, and even if you go back 2 years ago, parang ganun pa rin yung rate. It hasn't really moved. So it really depends on BSP. If there's a drastic change in the cost of funds, then that would actually trigger an upswing of the interest rates. But right now it's pretty stable, and most of our rates are actually good until the end of the year.
Sir Vic, for AllBank.
Well, my opinion as a banker is that the interest rate will still remain the same, because even after the pandemic, if there will be recovery in the economy, it will be on a very slow basis, probably in the first year. So we are today is 2021. Probably it will remain up to 2022. And changes would probably begin as a professional banker, but changes will probably begin in the year after 2022.
Thank you. What about for Pag-ibig, ma'am? Do you think the rates will remain the same?
This is a government corporation, and our interest rates are fixed for 6 months. But competitive naman po yung ating interest rates. Minsan bababa pa siya. But of course, yung ating very low interest rate, which is the housing loan program of the fund, affordable housing, it's only 3% per annum.
Okay, we have a question here for Pag-ibig. Okay lang po ba na advice namin si client na taasan ang contribution niya sa Pag-ibig para malaki din daw ang kanyang loanable amount?
No, the contribution is not related or not partnered with the amount, no, or the loanable amount that you want to avail of. So that's why we have before, it's based on that policy that if you want to avail of a bigger loan, you have to contribute as much as, I think it's 7 or 18,000 for 24 months that you have to pay. But now it's only 4,800 pesos. You can avail as much as 6 million pesos. So it's not based on the monthly savings. Sa 200 contribution po natin kada buwan, for as long as kaya ng ating capacity to pay, and of course we have to consider the 3 considerations, which is the appraised value and the income and the actual need, the selling price, you can avail as much as 6 million pesos kahit na 200 lang po yung ating contribution.
Okay, this will be the last question for the day, and I'm giving this to the banks. Recently, we have seen Philippine banks lending less. What's your view on this? Are you seeing an uptick in the loan application right now, specifically on the housing loans? We can start with Meg.
For the past couple of months, I think we're just doing the same. The applications are still doing good. The releases are very good, and I believe the real estate business is not very affected by the pandemic. So I think we're just doing good.
Ms. Dang?
Well, there's a slight actually decline, no, from last year's turn-ins, but it's pretty stable since last quarter of last year. So it went up, and then it's slowly going up. So we We predict that probably in the second half of this year, the turn-ins would be much higher.
Then for RCBC.
During the start of the year, this 2021, we see increase in our turn-ins, and basically in terms of loan bookings, we do meet our targets. So basically, I can see more progress in terms of an increase in turn-ins and loan application as well.
Sir Vic?
Well, the demand will definitely go up. It will definitely start to go up.
Great. I think that's different for Pag-ibig. Pag-ibig has been increasing like since 2020.
Yes, sir. So our board approved target is 71.5 billion pesos. Our stretch target it's 88 billion pesos. And our dream target is 100 billion pesos for this year, sir.
Wow.
For that, thank you so much. And I think we've learned a lot from you. For those questions that we have answered, we'll email them to you. And again, thank you very much for giving time to us. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, to our finance and bank partners, please don't
Thank
go
you, Sir
anywhere.
Brian.
To express our gratitude to our financing partners, we would like to award you with our certificate of appreciation. So once again, may we invite AllBank, BDO, RCBC, UnionBank, and Pag-ibig to join us and turn on your screens as we would award you with our certificate of appreciation. All right, so the Villar Group of Companies presents this certificate of appreciation to our bank partners for sharing their insights and expertise as financing partners during the VICON, the Villar Group Convention, the country's first and biggest property expo by property giants Vistaland and Lifescapes Incorporated and Golden Envy Holdings Incorporated, given this 24th of June 2021. Signed, Manuel B. Villar Jr., Villar Group Chairman, and Manuel Paulo Villar, President and CEO of Vistaland and Lifescapes Incorporated. So, the certificate is awarded to BDO. We would also like to acknowledge RCBC. All right, and then we would also like to acknowledge UnionBank. And lastly, of course, we would like to acknowledge Pag-ibig. All right, once again, thank you to our bank partners, and hopefully our viewers and our virtual visitors at the VICON have learned a lot from our financing partners, and this will help them to decide which bank is more suitable, or finance partner is more suitable for their needs. So at this point, we are moving on to the final raffle draw of the day. So I'm sure everyone is excited to find out who will be our next batch of 10 winners to win prizes such as 2 winners of 1,000 worth of All Easy Load, 3 winners of 1,000 worth of gift certificates from Coffee Project, 1 winner of 2,000 worth of shopping credits from All Toys, 1 winner of 2,000 worth of shopping credits from All Sports, 1 winner of 2,000 worth of shopping credits from Finds Discount Store, 1 winner of 2,500 pesos worth of grocery basket from All Day, courtesy of Prime Asset Ventures Inc., and 1 winner of 5,000 pesos worth of grocery basket from All Day Supermarket. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please focus your attention to the screen as we draw our final 10 winners for the day. Good luck, everyone. Our final 10 winners for today are Crizel Mikey de Guzman, Christian Rayos, Edna Marie Banda, J.R. Divino, Charmaine Artizuela, Emmanuel Elijah Diaz, Maria Angelica Culibrina, Riza de la Cruz, Marianne Lorenzo, and Bea Pauline B. Rojales. Once again, congratulations to our 10 winners. Please check your email addresses as we will be contacting you on how you can claim your prizes for today's event. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is it for today's first day of Vicon. So we would like to thank everyone for joining us this day, and we hope that you have learned a lot from our industry experts and financial experts on possibly encouraging you to invest in your future in property and real estate. Of course, our program does not end there. Tomorrow we will be picking up again the Vicon at 8 a.m. So make sure to join us as our developers, property developers, and commercial spaces will be talking about their special offers and promotions for their brands. Once again, we would like to thank everyone for joining us today. This has been Vicon, the Villar Group Convention, the first and the biggest, largest property expo in the Philippines. We would like to wish everyone a good day and stay safe.